Second Kings is the continuation of the history of both nations, Northern Kingdom, Israel, and Southern Kingdom, Judah. And although we see some good kings rise up, most of this record is full of the poor choices of some really bad kings. Yes, we see revival. We see men like Hezekiah and Josiah that provide a sense of revival in the land. But ultimately, these kingdoms would fall captive to other nations. For instance, the nation of Israel, the northern kingdom, would fall to Assyria in 722 BC. The nation of Judah, the southern kingdom, would then fall to Babylon in 587, 586 BC. What this shows us is that what God had promised hundreds of years before would come to be fulfilled. This promise would take place where God said, you will go into captivity. Why? Because of your own sin. Now, what we also see in the context of these passages is the history of Israel recorded in extra biblical accounts. These stories provide for us a legitimacy of the Bible as a whole. For other extra biblical accounts show that all of these stories were true. But how does this point us to Jesus Christ? How could the fall of a nation point us to the gospel? It's a reminder for us that while their sin would send them into captivity, the promise of a Messiah to bring us out of captivity would also be fulfilled. What Jesus does for all of mankind, not just for Israel, but for all of us, is true. He is the sovereign, sufficient Son of God. He is the one that is over all things. He is the one that we can trust and have our hope in. And He is the one that even in the midst of captivity sets us free. And while men and kings would try to provide revival for the sake of Israel, only one could bring salvation. So as we read 2 Kings, we can read the story of the gospel pointing to Jesus Christ.